Hello and welcome along to today's video. It seems to be a new thing Thursday, and rather than saying an extra video, thank you for all the views and all the comments in the long form videos and in the shorts during the week, especially with the Love Bites video. A lot of people seem to like that one. Today I am showing and ranking my Dire Straits collection, and include the live albums and the compilations and some honourable mentions as well. And it kind of like the U2 collection, where they had kind of 15 albums. Dire Straits have only 6 studio albums, but with the, shall we say, with the U2 collection, we had a kind of situation where I took the albums I was not familiar with and the kind of top 10 created itself, the script wrote itself. And so it's the same with, even though they have 6 albums, it's kind of the script writing itself. And we'll do it in a kind of a chronological order from their last album down to the first album. And we start off with On Every Street. And this is about the weakest album in the 6 album collection. And it's more like a it's kind of, we're in the usual suspect territory, whereas it is the weakest link, and it's more like a Mark Knopfler solo album than a Dire Straits album. There are some very good songs on here. Calling Elvis, there he is. And then we have The Bug and Heavy Fuel and stuff like that, and kind of the rest of it is kind of just kind of it's not their best. It's really not their best album. I picked it up for $2.99 in a Bridgewater in the Market Street Market crossing Bridgewater Market, and very good record shop. Bridgewater, a great place to get vinyl and CDs in. Up next is the very classic album, Brothers in Arms. I'm seeing lots about the 40th anniversary edition in my algorithm on YouTube at the moment. May as well jump on the bandwagon and do get views. So this is hold on, we go back, we give you a look at the CD inside. That's what the CD looks like. The writing is awful. If you haven't got the dyslexia, you probably get it reading trying to read this. This is absolutely horrible. So that's what the CD looks like, and the sound is quite good on this one as well, so that's quite interesting. This is Brothers in Arms. Remember buying it on vinyl back in the day when Money for Nothing was on MTV and everywhere else. And this is the kind of what the inner sleeve looks like, and we have most of these except this one, although I did pick this up on vinyl and the cover was torn. Vinyl was in mint condition, so I have to get that one on a CD and add it to the collection. I have I also have to get still have a little bit of the hay fever. I have to get Live at the BBC, Local Hero, and some of the soundtracks on CD as well. But I give this absolutely 100%. This is a fantastic album. And I picked it up in I think I picked it up in Oxfam for $1.99 or something like that. So it says it's digitally remastered, and his sound is absolutely fantastic. And I'll probably watch a few more videos on the 40th anniversary edition of this album and make my mind up will I get it or not. Played this one this morning, and the sound was okay. I played it on the 40 watt Panasonic amp, and I have it on vinyl as well. It's on the vertical, so the sound was okay. And I'll probably put it into the 4K player and see how it sounds on that at some stage. And I love it on vinyl. It was one of my favorites playing it when I was living back in Ireland. And I loved kind of the long sprawling song of Telegraph Road. Absolutely classic song. Then another favourite is this one, Making Movies. That's what it looks like inside. And another remaster. I got it in I got this as part. Yeah, I got it in Oxfam, $1.99, and there's some classic songs on this. Romeo and Juliet making movies. That's kind of what it kind of looks like that, and it looks like that at the same time. So there we go. A nice bright red cover as well. And wonder how many albums have bright red covers. That would be an interesting Google search investigation. So that's kind of, we're losing track of ourselves here. We have number 6, the usual suspect. Then we have number 5, number 4, number 3. It's kind of like the Police box set as well. And there was only one album I didn't like in that one, and that was Outlandishly and More. There were just the 2 good songs on it, the 2 number 1s. But then we have Communicate, getting back to this video, what you're tuned into. And Communicate, an excellent album. And there's some great songs on it. Once Upon a Time in the West, Communicate, Angel of Mercy, and Single Hand Sailor, and Follow Me Home. Brilliant album, and a great follow-up to the second album. And this is on the Vertigo label as well. And what I'll do is, these 2 are kind of on the Vertigo. They're not remastered like this one is. So I will be keeping an eye out in the charity shops for the remastered versions of those. And I'll get them, and I'll do a report on them, and hopefully I'll have my Denon amp for the 4K player, and we'll see what they sound like. And number 1 is this one, their first album, and a fantastic debut album. Very kind of country music based, and rockabilly and all that sort of good stuff. Kind of like a reimagining of kind of early Beatles and rockabilly, kind of with a kind of 70s twist put on it. And you have Down in the Waterline, Water of Love, Setting Me Up, Six Blade Knife, Southbound Again. Of course, we have the Sultans of Swing. I was going to say the Sultans of Ping. If you don't know who they are, Google them. You're in for a bit of a laugh. And then we have In the Gallery, Wild West End, and Lines. This is a fantastic debut album, and if you don't have this in your collection, please do so. What one would I recommend? I'd recommend get the collection, because there's 6 albums, and you have a collection, a fine collection. Even with the flawed On Every Street album, you're still having a good collection, good album. Good. I'm getting flustered here. You have a good lot of CDs and music in your collection. Now on to the compilations that I do have. I have this one. I did have the double album version of this, but I've lost it while I was moving. And this is a great way to get into Dire Straits if you're not sure of what to get. And there's some Mark Knopfler solo stuff on here as well. And so you have Sultans of Swing, you have Love Over Gold, you have Romeo and Juliet, Private Investigations, Brothers in Arms, Walk of Life, and On Every Street, and Going Home, the theme from Local Hero. Again, the typos are absolute rubbish. So I wish they do something about the typos on CDs. And even LPs, because sometimes they're just impossible to read. Then we have this one. I haven't listened to this one yet, and it's kind of the better version of, I would imagine that it's the better version of On Every Street. It's the live album after On Every Street, or while they were on tour for that album. I got it in a charity shop for $1.50, and you never know what you find in a charity shop. And again, as I said, I have to get live at the BBC. And we do have Alchemy. Let's see, will these come out? Hold on. Yay! They're coming out. So There are two Slim Boy cases, and if there were Japanese pressings, they'd be Tin Boy pressings. And so that's Alchemy. Fantastic album if you've not got this. It's on the Vertigo, and it sounds very, very good on the Vertigo on this pressing. It's the original CD album. When CDs first came out, this was the first one. Hold on. And then we give a honourable mention, and so I rate that as 1000%. And if you were looking for one album by Dire Straits, get Live at Alchemy, and that's just. And then the honourable mentions we have here are Notting Hillbillies, kind of a solo collaboration, and it's kind of Martin Knopfler, the keyboard player out of Dire Straits, and a couple of friends of his, and he felt after On Every Street he kind of felt disconnected from the music he loved, which was country music and all that sort of stuff. And then, oops, the teeth, no teeth in the CD. Hold on. Hold on now. Yeah, it's falling all over the place. There we go. Highly, highly recommend this, and I remember buying this back in the day on vinyl as well, so I don't mind buying them again in the charity shops. This is another one, Neck and Neck on the old CBS label with Chet Atkins. And who was Chet Atkins? He was kind of a famous session man from the 1950s, and you would have heard him play on a lot of Elvis singles, and he would have played on songs like Heartbreak Hotel with Scotty Moore. So that's who Chet Atkins who is, and that's who kind of Mark likes to hang out with during his solo career. So there you go. So thank you ever so much for joining me on this video on my Dire Straits collection. Please let me know in the comments below what is your favorite Dire Straits album. I'd be very, very curious to know. And I don't have any of Martin Knopfler's solo stuff, and if you do have, which ones would you recommend? And I'll venture to get all that good stuff. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching, and we will look forward to talking to you again in the next video.